From the field to the
No.
studio to your eyes and ears, we bring you the 816 Hour. Boys, we are back. It's Friday. Game day tomorrow. How we feeling?
Whew, it was Raiders week. Raiders week always. Oh, as a Chiefs fan, Raiders week always. It's a little bit of a different feel each and every time. Just with the history of these two teams, like both of them hate each other. I love it. I'm so excited. It's weird. We have a Saturday kickoff, but fully here for it. I'm excited for Chiefs football 100%.
Yeah, I'm pumped. It's Friday. Awesome day. Chiefs football. Love it. I'm so excited for this game. It means a whole lot to the Chiefs on this game. So
How you doing,
Yeah, a lot
Keith?
on the line. Pretty good. Thanks for asking here. You get Chiefs preview one day earlier, so that's always a big plus.
Big.
But yeah, the Chiefs go to Las Vegas for the last game of the regular season, 9-point favorites.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot going on this week just with this game, with so many games. I mean, it is going to be an action-packed week, and It's going to be an awesome episode. Let's start it off. How do you feel about Jarrett Stidham after last week, now facing Kansas City's defense?
If you just look at that game against the Niners, the man's rolling out, extending plays with his legs. He's throwing the ball deep. He's taking shots and delivering dimes to Devontae Adams. And then just the complementary of the passing game with the run game Josh Jacobs adds to that Raiders offense this year. It's been insane. So to see that against such a good Niners defense, and to honestly see the Niners defense struggle for the first time since they played Kansas City, it made me a little worried. I won't lie.
yeah, I agree. They don't have a bad team by any means, but they've just been stumbling this whole year, and it's kind of scary to see them starting to get their feet under them here at the late stages of the year. So,
No, yeah, that man was just slinging it last week. Over 300 passing yards, a couple touchdowns. But yeah, him extending plays. He was on the move. It's like the play where he just extends, goes to his left, and just waits and still gets crushed and delivers a perfect pass. That's what the Raiders need. Someone that can just extend the plays. It is a little worrisome, him playing versus Kansas City. Like at times we've made Russell Wilson look good for the first time this year. So, and the Raiders, they're just playing to spoil the number one seed for us. And like Bryson said at the beginning, they hate us. They do not want us to get the one seed. They want to win. It's in Las Vegas. Go out on the with a win after the year they had, and just end on a high note. It's not a game they're going to hold back by any means.
Yeah, it's truly a game that's set up for Vegas. Like if you think about it from a Raiders perspective,
it's a trap game.
Straight up, the Raiders aren't playing for anything. Their season's over. Starting a backup quarterback, they can fall back on. Stidham's never been a great quarterback. But I do want to get into a quick question after this. But the Chiefs obviously playing for that one seed. Raiders could. That whole bad season, that bad taste goes out of your mouth. You ruined Kansas City's number one seed hopes.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Everything that's going on this week in the league, and the Raiders just –
Carter, blink.
Is he just staring? He would. Carter's he's just so locked in. I didn't even pay attention to him. I could not wait to rewatch that, bro.
Okay, so it brings me to my next question. Is Jarrett Stidham the Raiders quarterback one going into next year? Okay, so real quick before you guys answer, got to remember Josh McDaniels, what came from New England. Jarrett Stidham followed from New England. New England guy drafted in the 4th round. It has been rumored that McDaniels did want him to start in New England. Don't know how true the validity to that. But if Stidham beats Kansas City, he would have ended his 2 starts in Vegas list this year with an overtime loss to the best team and arguably the best team in the NFC against the best defense in the NFL as well. And then you just beat arguably the best team in the NFL in the Kansas City Chiefs. Do you think about it if you're the Raiders?
I think so for sure. They don't have another QB till the draft, so he's going to be the only quarterback there doing off-season workouts for a handful of the first part of the off-season. I definitely think he'll be one of the guys that can go out there and training camp and is Stidham going to be QB1 this year? Because I think the Raiders go. I think they go aggressive in the draft for a quarterback.
We'll hit on that in a second. Carter, what do you think, my guy?
I think if they hit spring training next year and they didn't draft a quarterback, they haven't signed a quarterback, I think, yeah, they kind of have to. But I think there's just a lot of quarterbacks in the free agent market this year that they could go after.
It's true,
Tom Brady, Jimmy G. Is Lamar a free agent?
Lamar's a free agent.
Mike
Yeah,
White.
And maybe they come back to terms with Derek Carr.
Hey, never know.
They got options.
Very true. He is still on the roster. I guess that's true. They do got to figure.
They could trade Derek Carr for another quarterback.
Me and Carter. Okay, we just to talk to this through. Me and Carter were talking. If you are the New York Jets or the New York Giants, granted, I know there's been reports that the Giants are going to extend Daniel Jones, that he's their guy. Not really sure how I feel about that personally. Not sure how much I believe in Daniel Jones, but
There'll be a podcast on it.
Are you calling the Raiders, seeing how much they want for Derek Carr? Yes or no?
Yeah, for sure. Both of them, yeah.
Both of those teams. Think about it.
Personally, yeah, because I don't believe in Danny, but obviously they do. But like even talking to the Jets, if you throw Derek Carr on the Jets this year, I think it's a 9-10 win team for sure.
It's a lot scarier. That easily could have been a playoff team. They easily could have.
Oh, yeah.
That could have won that division.
Low-key.
Honestly, Derek Carr, like me and Carter were talking about at work, Derek Carr, in his 9 seasons, he's had 7-8 coaches. It's just been a revolving door. It's been nothing but chaos in Oakland and Vegas. Obviously, last year, the Henry Ruggs situation. After that, head coach gets fired with John Gruden, all of that coming out. Yup. So then he's dealt with nothing but chaos, and he's just delivered. He's on pace. If you took all of his seasons this year, if he would have stayed that pace, he would have been one of 12 quarterbacks to hit that mark. I forget the numbers exactly. I apologize. But he's always been that consistent guy for the Raiders, I'd say.
No, yeah, for sure. I definitely think him. He's had a new play caller every season pretty much. He's had you always see the stat about him having one of the worst defenses every year he's played. But I also think a little bit falls on him, but the Jets don't need him to be perfect. They're just trying to get to the playoffs and get some playoff wins. And with that defense, who knows how far they could go.
I agree. Carter, if you're Derek Carr, you had the option, Giants, Jets. Who are you trying to play quarterback for next year? I already know the answer.
The Jets, honestly.
What? You're not going to go play with your boy Saquon?
They got
to throw the ball to.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Who are you going to throw the ball to?
Hey, man.
Kenny Galladay.
Kenny Galladay only has
you
157 catches.
Breece Hall coming back. You get Elijah Moore. You get Corey Davis.
Garrett Wilson.
I feel like you have better receiving options with the Jets compared to the most expensive wide receiver in the league, Kenny Galladay.
I get it. I'm just curious.
But getting back to the Chiefs game, injury report. Kansas City, Sky Moore is out. Kind of bummed about that because you always want to see him get more snaps. But Snead, Thuney, Butker, and McColl are all questionable. And actually, a little bit before this podcast, Matthew Wright was put on the 53 from the Packers squad. So it looks like Butker will not go the last game of the year. He had back spasms, right? So hopefully he's good because you definitely want Butker for the playoffs, no matter how you feel about him. Las Vegas, they're pretty healthy. They just got Josh Jacobs is questionable, probably their most important piece, though.
Yep.
But I think he'll go. Last game of the year, you want to spoil Kansas City. I imagine he plays for sure.
He has missed the last two practices with an undisclosed injury. I'm just going to.
Yeah.
They're talking that it might be contract situation, that he doesn't want to get hurt. He's already proven himself.
Ooh.
That changes everything, in my opinion. And
do the Raiders pay him?
I think you have to. I think
because
you go.
Because you're already paying Devontae a whole bunch of money, and if you're getting rid of Derek Carr, obviously you're going to get some of that money back.
True.
But you may have to give Devontae even more money because he's not playing with his buddy Derek Carr. And if you Obviously, I don't know how much cap they have. Obviously, they got to pay other pieces. But if you get rid of the quarterback, then you got to bring in a quarterback. You got to have money for that.
Mhm.
But Josh Jacobs is also going to want to be paid top dollar. So it's kind of like Josh Jacobs, quarterback.
Yeah, I saw the report saying it came out 2 days ago saying Josh Jacobs is preparing to play maybe his final game with his teammates. So I think if you've seen Josh Jacobs in press conferences after the games, he's talked about time in and time out coming in, busting his butt, working hard for the Raiders, and then they're just losing seasons after losing seasons. So I think he's tired of that, and I think the guy wants to win finally. So I don't think the Raiders can re-sign him personally.
No, I actually, now that you say that, I saw that interview where he was just like, yeah, I work my butt off every day. I'm tired of the same thing happening.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, yeah, he's leaving. And it'd be such a Raiders thing not to pay him.
Carter, you're the RB guru. Where's our Josh Jacobs landing next season?
Kansas City.
Back in Vegas?
No,
It's like Kansas City.
Bring him here.
Oh, my goodness. I
well,
love that.
Well, Kansas City won't have that kind of money, but
hey, we got $28 million, man. Get it all.
He takes a big pay cut just so he can run all over his former team twice a year.
Imagine.
Hey, I like it.
Golly. L'Jarius Sneed, I saw Spagnuolo came out and said that he's hoping to have Sneed to play through. Is looking like Sneed will play through that injury, called him tough. Nicole Hardman, Andy Reid came out and said that we'll be on a pitch count if he does suit up fully for the Chiefs. Looking forward to that. I didn't see the Matthew Wright news, so that surprises me about Butker. But like,
it happened like right before you sent us the email. I saw it, and I was like, "Oh shoot!" I'm kind of surprised.
Biggest thing, got to be getting Harrison Butker 100% in the playoffs.
Yeah, Chiefs are kind of in a weird position because you're kind of like, oh, you can rest these guys because it's last week, but also you have a bye week next week. True. So do you want them sitting out 2 weeks? But also I think it'll be a lot of you said like Sneed being on a snap count. I think a lot of guys will be rotating in and out. They did that a lot last week, just it being a long season and being the last game of the year.
Yeah, I
think you'll see a lot of that. But with this game, what are you guys looking forward to?
So I wrote down the Raiders run game versus that Chiefs defense. Yeah, if Josh Jacobs suits up, it's got to be what you're watching. Nick Bosa, after that Niners game, called Josh Jacobs the best running back he's ever played against. Jacobs averaged 4.1 yards rushing against the 49ers, leads the NFL in rushing. The next closest guy, Nick Chubb's 232 yards away. Chiefs defense, though, giving up the 9th least amount of rushing yards per game, 107.8 yards. I think it's going to be a big test for this defense, especially the interior defensive line. Chris Jones, Kalen Saunders, Derek Nadi, even Brandon Williams getting some love with Danny Shelton. So I'm excited, very excited. If you're not looking at that, it's got to be Devontae Adams versus this young cornerback crew. If Sneed can't be 100% and does it, who's going to be the guy or two guys that step up? Charvarius Ward wasn't able to guard Devontae on an island last week. I don't think the Chiefs have any corners right now that are better than Charvarius Ward. So it's going to be tough for the Chiefs defense.
I'm excited to see Travis Kelce against the Raiders. Last time he played, he had 4 touchdowns. Big. Do they double him? Do they double man him? What do they do? Or do they just let him torch him again? So I'm excited for that.
Real quick,
I hope it's the second one.
The second one's just torching him. Travis Kelce only needs 117 yards to have the most receiving yards ever in a single season by a tight end. Can either of you guess who is number one? Who holds that record?
Travis Kelce.
It's Travis Kelce himself. Absolutely why. What are you looking forward to, Key?
The running back duo, Isaiah Pacheco and Jerick McKinnon. I think they get a big load this week. With it being week 18 and just kind of just want to smoothly get to the playoffs and to the bye week. So I think they get a lot of touches this week.
Love it. Got to feed them.
Yeah,
keep Mahomes upright.
I'm excited for the defense too. I just want to see them fly around. I mean, with the snap counts with everybody, just whoever stepping up and just making plays. I'm excited because when that defense gets going, they're turned up and it's fun to see. And if you can, and on a good note in the earlier season, go into that bye, have that good mindset, like Frank said, it's coming.
It's big.
Need it. Let's do some over-unders. Patrick Mahomes, 341 and a half total yards. But before we answer that, he needs 186 total yards to set the NFL record for total yards by QB in a season. 186 away. Does he get 341 and a half total yards over under?
Yes.
Carter, I was going to say, I'm going to take the
Yep.
over, and that's going to segue this real quick. Patrick Mahomes is 430 passing yards away from setting the single season passing record. And I think he might get that.
430?
Or
If
30
they're going out
passing.
there and just let Mahomes swinging it so they can just get out of that game real quick, I could definitely see it, man. In Las Vegas.
Mhm. He's a
I
shootout
would-
away.
That's what I'm saying. That'd be fun. Yeah, I'll take the over for sure. Kadarius Toney had 71 yards last week. Brett led the Chiefs receiving yards. He's get 36 and a half this week over under.
Well over.
I was going to say, all
Well
it takes
over.
is one. Sky Moore's out, so that's just more snaps. Get another healthy week with Kadarius.
And Patty's gonna be going for that record.
Yup, sling it.
Very true. Jack McKinnon been off fire the last 5 or 6 games. Does he get 36 and a half receiving yards? It's kind of been
Yes.
like a wide receiver 2 for the Chiefs.
I'm going
Yes.
to, yeah, I'll take the over.
Yeah.
So you got 52 last week.
Golly.
Just how much they throw to him in the passing game, I feel like it's an
Mm-hmm.
easy over. So I'll go over. Last one. Let's flip to the Raiders side. Jarrett Stidham, 240 and a half passing yards. Does he get it against this Kansas City defense?
Yes. Sadly, I think so.
You think so?
Yeah, I'll go over.
I'll go over. I think
Over.
that's for sure. I got one more question before we head into our final stuff. So everything that happened this week, the NFL has put in maybe an AFC championship might be at a neutral site. What is your guys' dream destination for an AFC championship game? You can't pick Arrowhead.
Arizona.
Interesting.
What?
Like the Cardinal Stadium?
Yeah.
I don't want to play on that terrible field.
What? I was going to say that'd be
Isn't
the
that-
second
wait,
time they
where's
have
the
to
Super
play
Bowl
in Arizona.
Arizona.
It's
getting early-
It is.
Early look at the field.
I love it. I
Oh
love
my
it.
gosh, Carter.
Honestly, I've been trying to figure out where they're going to play. The only options that make
You can
sense.
pick college, NFL, anything, man. Just
Oh,
your
well-
dream scenario. Go
Oh,
crazy.
you're
Great
talking.
Valley High School.
I get to pick.
Yes.
I'm picking. Ooh,
Your dream destination for the AFC Championship.
Give me.
And Carter picked the Arizona Cardinal Stadium.
That was a solid.
I didn't
pull.
get all these. I didn't get all these rules before.
Carter's like, I want to redo.
What's your answer then, Carter? Baseball field?
I want to see him play at the old Oakland Raiders, the Coliseum.
These are such bad picks.
Right, so you got an answer? I got one if you want me to go.
Sure,
Half
yeah. Who
baseball
you
field,
got?
half football field.
Listen to me here when I start this. So, like BYU, Colorado, they got them stadiums right in the mountains. It's beautiful. I think that'd be perfect. The great vibes. If you look at a picture of the BYU stadium with the mountains in the back, I mean, there's some cool scenery pictures. Imagine Patty just in that atmosphere. It would be insane.
See, I was sitting here thinking like a Michigan or an Ohio State.
That atmosphere, kind of. You kind of got.
Yup.
I mean, you could put Arrowhead there. You know what I'm saying? The fan
Mhm.
base. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be the same thing pretty much, but just something cool, you know.
Yeah.
Just good, cool scenery.
Give me the St. Louis Dome. Reopen it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did they do anything with the Edward Jones film?
Hey, Battlehawks are
nowadays?
coming back, aren't they?
I think so. Yes,
They
sir.
are. They're gonna have to reopen that. Boys make a trip.
Bold prediction for the game. What we got?
Personally, I think Nick Bolton finishes with a career high in tackles. A season high in tackles. I'm sorry. He had 18 2 weeks ago versus Seattle. I think he has more than that. I think the Chiefs defense forces 2 interceptions from Jarrett Stidham. He threw 3 last week against the Niners. Off the top of my head, give me no, I was gonna say Najee Johnson. Just no idea why, but give me Najee Johnson and Juan Thornhill.
Hey, I like that. I like that.
Weird.
Noah Gray gets 2 touchdowns.
Wow. I love that.
I like that. I like that. I got Kansas City defense will outscore the Las Vegas offense this week.
Wow.
I think they score more
Wow.
points than them. Yep, I'm
I
going
love
big,
that.
going big.
I love
Think
that.
about it. They only allow 10 and score 2 defensive touchdowns.
That's all you need.
They did it. What's our scores for the game?
I got the Chiefs winning 31-24. Think it's a bit closer. Chiefs have played a lot of close games to end the year. AFC West matchups we've seen with the Broncos. Broncos offense looked dead in the waters, and they then came to life against the Chiefs. So they're familiar with each other. They've been in these kind of matchups, so I think it's going to be kind of close.
Raiders 28, Chiefs 45.
Wow. Love that.
I thought you were about to have the Chiefs losing when you started that. I was just like, no, he did not.
It's like he
I
is
was like-
saying the Raiders first. That's odd.
Yeah, he said Raiders 28, and I was just like, no, he did not. I was like, out of all weeks, Carter, this man did not have the Chiefs
The
losing.
last week.
It was Chiefs 10.
Oh, yeah, he 60-10 Raiders.
Imagine.
Give me 37-10 Kansas City. I think they easily win it. I think we see Chad Henne a little bit in the fourth. Kansas City gets the win. They get the 1 seed, so big week. They now control their own destiny for the 1 seed. With a win and a Buffalo loss, no matter what, you will get an AFC Championship game at Arrowhead. So we're still rooting for the Pats.
Big.
Big week. I mean, I'm already in playoff mode. I mean, this game has playoff implications, so I'm just excited. I mean, tomorrow, that game matters. The 1 seed, we know how important that is. Just getting that bye, getting that reset, then getting to be at Arrowhead for the remainder of the playoffs, besides the Super Bowl.
Arrowhead
Would be a huge
Invitational.
thing. Yes, sir. We need it. We need it. I hope it is at Arrowhead for sure. It'd be very sad if it was not.
Patrick Mahomes doesn't play. He doesn't play at road playoff games. It's a thing.
That's his. That's what's holding him back.
It's his knock. Can't win on the road on playoff
He
games.
doesn't have a signature win this year. I don't know what you're talking about. He can't be MVP without a signature win.
Yeah, he didn't dismantle the number 1 defense in the NFL or anything, and everyone just kind of overlooked it. I love that.
They were hurt that week. Doesn't count. Boys, we got anything else though?
I don't think so.
No, hit us up. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Anywhere you get your podcasts, Apple Music, YouTube podcast. That's a thing. Maybe. I don't know. Spotify, Amazon. We're there. We're everywhere. But, hit us up in the comments. Let us know what you want to hear, what you guys want to see on YouTube, on TikTok. Let us know. We do this for you guys for fun. It's awesome.
I want to see a Carter gaming video on YouTube.
too.
Carter Madden franchise.
You guys wouldn't like that.
No, I'm telling you, Key, that'd go viral. 100%.
I'm saying. Carter's going to play with
Just be
Patrick Mahomes.
screaming at Madden.
My bad. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the clip. My bad.
But hit us up.
Yes.
Big Cartel /The 6 hour. Awesome shirts on there. Never too late for a late Christmas present or early Christmas present.
Never too early to
Shoot,
start.
it's red. Valentine's present. There you go.
Chiefs
If you're out of
playoff.
ideas,
I was
Get
gonna
him an
say
816 shirt.
Chiefs, maybe.
Boys, we got anything else?
I'm sure.
no.
We out?
We're out. Peace.
Peace.